Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Let's go with everybody, man. Turn this down a little bit. What's good, what's good, what's good, man? Peace, what up, peace, man. You know, it's been a minute since I've been live, so I wanted to come kick it with y'all for a minute, real quick. You know what I mean? Chop it up this morning while I got a couple minutes between my day. And just catch up with my people in the travel space, man. What's going on with everybody, man? How's everybody been doing, man? I hope everybody's been doing fucking good. Your boy Globe has just been fucking tremendously fucking busy, man. Life been life, man. Life been definitely life been. Um, some things have been going my way, some things haven't been going my way, and I think, sometimes, you know, you go on these highs for so long, and then you get into these kind of like funks, man. I've been in a funk for like pretty much all summer long. Coming out of the summer, I've been trying to get out of it. Took a trip to the DR. It kind of, gave me a little bit of a reprieve from the funk that I was in over the summer. Just a lot of shit that went on. And then ultimately, coming out of that trip and just getting back in focus and everything, I was not happy with, the way my career I thought was going. And it's just so crazy that you never know what's coming ahead of you, good, bad, or indifferent. And things things have been on the different trajectory now. Coming out of this funk and getting into more of a back to me, you know what I mean? So just wanted to come chop it up with y'all, man. Give y'all something to stare at, man. I'm gonna drop that down just because I'm in the office and I wanted y'all to see me for a second, man, but I'm in the office. I want y'all to see that I'm good, that I'm here, that your boy is straight. I'm in my future office. Not my office yet, but it will be. Starting next Monday is my actual official first day. As my, I guess you would say my administration takes over. So it's temporarily my office. All my stuff is in the corner in boxes. But I just wanted to chop it up with y'all, man. I wanted to give y'all, just an update of what I got going on, man. And I know the travel, I love the travel space, even though I'm just a small fry in the travel space, there's so much more bigger and better people than me. I just want y'all to know that I'm still here. I am still a part of the travel space. I still rock with everybody in the space. I do still be, catching up as much as I can, man. Salute to everybody in the space. I just wanted to kick it with y'all real quick, man. I know everybody's gearing up for these holidays are coming. Halloween travels. I know people are going to Colombia. I know people are going to the DR. I'm sure the DR is going to be popping across the whole DR, Punta Cana. I'm sure Sosua will still have something going on there. But yeah, man, I just been, chilling, man, getting life, together, getting ready for, what's going to be my next trips. I think I got a trip I'm going to take here in a couple weeks. I'm going to go to Panama just for a quick weekend getaway. I think that's going to be my next weekend. I'm on my weekend getaways right now. You know what I mean? I did my week-long trips. We went to Thailand. We went to Cartagena. We went to DR for a week. Now it's, it's the holidays, so we're kind of back into that, weekend warrior type deal. So we're going to go to Panama because I, over time after I had got back from Panama, I realized how much I really enjoyed Panama. And so we're gonna go to Panama, and we're gonna go there in a couple of weeks. As soon as I get a free weekend, I got a free weekend coming up. Just as kind of like a celebration for the my boys and all them wanted me to go out and have drinks and celebrate with them. To kind of like the next trajectory. And I was kind of like, you know what, man, I don't even want to do that. Like for me, I'd rather get into the position, get rolling, and then go take a weekend and go celebrate the way I like to celebrate. And they're like, what you mean? And I'm like, I'm probably gonna go to Panama. And they're like, oh, how the fuck would you go all the way to Florida? And I said, nigga, I ain't going to Florida. I think I'm coming to Panama City, Panama. You know what I mean? Tucumán Airport, whatever the fuck that name is. Tucumán International, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like to celebrate, man. Give me one of them rooftop bars, you know, with a nice, beautiful Panamania sitting across from me. Some good dinner, good vibes. You know, that's how I like to celebrate the success, you know. So that's what we got going on. That's what we're going to be doing here in the next couple of weeks. And then all roads point back to Thailand. We are going back to fucking Thailand, man. We just don't know how long. We know I got the dates set up. That's kind of when I want to go. It's going to be in January, definitely. Just because I can't wait and I'm ready to go now. So we definitely going in January. We're gonna try to go early January, as early as possible. You know what I mean? Maybe around like the first or second weeks in January. We'll be at that bitch about 12 days. I think I can squeeze 12 days out now, and we're gonna be out that motherfucker, man. I'm super excited about that. I'm ready to get the holidays over, get Halloween over, get Thanksgiving over, get Christmas over with, New Year's over with, so I can slide right back into Thailand, man. No Diddy. Slip and slide right back into Thailand, man. So that's gonna be, something to look forward to, man. So I just wanted to come up here and chop it up with y'all, man. Give y'all a kind of like to let y'all know your boy is still here. I'm still alive, man. I just, I don't be having time like these other motherfuckers be having, man. These niggas be having ultra time. You know what I mean? Like my life be too crazy, man. When you're on that grind, you know what I mean? You're on that hustle, man. It'd be kind of hard to, go live as much as I want to or participate in this space as much as I want to, man. Trust me, man. I wish I could sit around and, smoke all day and go live with you guys, but I can't do it no more. I used to be able to sit on these lives, 3-4 times a week and smoke with y'all and chill and talk shit. But life doesn't afford me that opportunity right now because life is saying, this is what you want. All right, well, here's what this is what's going to come from it. These are the sacrifices that you're going to have to make to get to the goal that you want to get to, which is being able to go live and smoke with y'all every fucking day from my balcony or my front porch in the DR. You know what I mean? So we don't let everybody else have their fun now. We gonna have our fun later. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This is a marathon. These niggas took off sprint. I'm still jogging. I'm still jogging, man. But it's all the end game, and like I said, man, I love this space. I love talking with y'all. I love chopping it up in the I miss the movement that we had, but I have to sacrifice certain things. And this is one of them because I just don't have the time. You know what I mean? I just don't be having the time. And even when I do have the time, we're taking that time to do other things. And, so appreciate that y'all getting up with me this morning, though. And just Troy King, what up, my brother? Big Daddy Stovepipe in the building. What up with y'all, man? I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy in the morning, man. I'm kicking it live from the office real quick. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all, man. Hey, man, I do want to say this, man. I got this from my boy last night. And we was chopping it up for a while last night. And he sent me this morning. Salute to my guy. I want to read this, right? This is for people that's going to Colombia still. This is coming out of Colombia. And he said, so this is from a dude named Medellin Expats, or a group from Medellin Expats. And it says, do not travel to Medellin for at least 2 more months. I flew to Medellin on Wednesday, October 8th. Me, along with 100 others, were refused entry and sent back to the U.S. Everybody was confused as to why. They ransacked my suitcase, probably looking for drugs, but of course found nothing. I asked over and over again what I had done. Finally, after about 2 hours, an English-speaking woman came in and said, we found 4 pornographic photos on your phone. And I asked her to show me the photos, which she refused to do. Turns out they were pics of an old girlfriend sunbathing without a top. They told me I had 15 minutes to pack my suitcase and get on the next flight back to Miami. If I missed the flight, I would have to stay in a modified jail for a week until they could put together another flight for me. Today, when I started organizing my stuff, I realized that they stole 3 credit cards, blah, blah, blah. He said, he was like, one of the nice cops who escorted me to my plane back to Miami said this was happening because of the problems between both of our presidents. So basically what I just read you there in a nutshell, America is warring with Venezuela, back and forth right now. We're posturing war right now with Venezuela. There's a potential that we strike them within the next coming months. Any day within the next coming months, it could be, full out, Desert Storm Part 2 in Venezuela. Hold on. Come in. What's up, man? Gotta have some fucking focus music on. But yeah, he'll be here. He'll be here later.
So what niggas doing for them?
Friday we'll have some type of cookout, and Friday we'll have a cookout, and we'll do something. I think we're gonna get like Italian. We'll do the Italian dinner. We'll get like trays of food, and just the normal shit. Joe don't fucking really do much, so as long as we get some trays of food, everybody stick around Friday and not try to cut out too early. We're gonna do lunch with him, man. You know what I'm saying? And just, he don't really want much. You know what I'm saying? I figured I was gonna come together and see if, you know what I mean, we could put something together. Niggas want to do something. I don't know. And a nigga I don't know, everybody come together, get the something. Like a Raiders jersey or something, hat, shirt. I don't know really. I gotta think about it. It ain't gonna be much. So hold up, y'all. Give me a second. Yeah, so what was I saying? So yeah, basically with everything going on, I got my meditation music in the background. That's really for the door, so can't nobody really hear me too much. That's that static music. I learned that from my therapist. My therapist used to put this on, and I'd be like, she'd be like, I'm like, you always play this music when I come in here, man. What you trying to soften me up? She's like, really? In all honesty, it's for the door. She was like, this type of music drowns out your voice. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing that when I'm trying to do shit. And she was like, yeah, believe it or not, like if someone's trying to hear, this type of music will drown it out, make it hard for them to hear. So but yeah, so basically, man, just be easy, everybody. Going to Colombia, Cartagena, Medellin over the next couple, not saying don't go, just be easy, man. Be careful. We try to update you guys on information. Everybody else wants to talk bullshit all the time and do bullshit, but we try to present, in our little pocket, we try to present you guys with stuff that's meaningful. So any of my guys that are planning on going to Colombia for Halloween weekend, whether it's Medellin or over the next couple months, I know my the niggas that I know, we travel. We don't give a fuck. We travel any day, the month, year, day. It's just whenever we free and can go. Just be careful with what you got in your phone, because I know. Listen, man, I'd hate to put together a weekend trip, a little 4-day trip, and get out there and they got me in a back room over some shit in my phone. So one of the things that I do is been doing lately is I've been taking my main phone and turning, kind of like either turning it off or putting it, and I start moving with my travel phone once I get there. And that's something that I had done a while ago when I had heard about Colombia doing this. I just started doing it. Like, yeah, you never know. Somebody want to go through your phone. You're not guaranteed entry into a country. I think the false sense of always just getting on the plane and going and getting through. You're not always guaranteed to get through. One policy change, and it could be much harder to get in and out. Now, this doesn't happen on every day, every hour. They pick and choose what flights they do it on, and this could be something going forward, that they could do. I'd find it stupid that they would do that they would turn Americans away when we are the breadwinners for a lot of these countries, no matter what. But you never know what politicians are going to do when they're warring back and forth, and with us going head to head with Venezuela and Colombia protecting Venezuela, you never know what's going to happen in that situation. And just be careful in these countries over the next coming months anyway, just because if we attack Venezuela and you in Colombia, you just want to be, just always keep your eyes on the news, keep your eyes on what's going on, keep your eyes prepared because you don't, like I said again, entry into these countries is not guaranteed, and nigga coming home ain't guaranteed either. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be stuck over in Colombia or any place like that. So that was just a little side bar that I wanted to share with everybody this morning that I had gotten, and I wanted to project that back across the airways, and just let everybody know, man. Just make sure you keeping your eyes and ears on what's going on and not being blind to the countries that you're traveling to. If I'm going to a country, I think, a week or so before I start looking into the weather out there, and I start looking at the news coming from those countries, just to see anything, and you just never, being blind, dropping into a place not knowing what's going on is probably one of the least things that people talk about. But it's something that I do, something that we talk about, readily when we're going to a country. I know when my guys, in the little groups that I talk in or we chat in, when anybody's going somewhere, there's always someone that's got something for them, some type of information, some type of news that is pertinent to their trip. Not to, make fear or try to, diminish someone's trip, but just to put focus on it so they're thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this space is about. That's what the networking of this space is all about. So yeah, man. What else has been going on, man? Like I said, I know everybody is gearing up for the Halloween weekend festivities. Like I said, I know Medellin, Cartagena is gonna be booming. I'm curious to see what the zoo is gonna be like. I'm curious to see, because my whole thought process is, man, they did all of that. Are they gonna really allow Halloween weekend to go off? If I was in office and I was trying to make a change, that would be the target weekend that I would do Operation Part 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Operation Part 2. But obviously we don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Anybody that wishes for a destination to go away, you're wishing for your favorite destination to go away, because just because your favorite destination might not be Sosua going away is not a good thing. You know what I mean? It's not a good, it sets a precedent. It gives a blueprint for other destinations to follow suit. You know what I mean? And I don't think anybody wants, these destinations to go away. I mean, be inland and fucking Costa Rica. One, Thailand's too far, and second, Costa Rica's too expensive. You know what I mean? You niggas, you know what I mean? You niggas ain't going to no Hako Beach. You're not going. It'll set you back. I know. That motherfucker was no joke, man. So, I don't wish for Sosua to go away. That's for sure. You're not going to get me up here wishing Sosua ends. I had my fun there. It was a great, I'm glad I got to go and see it for whatever it was, even if that wasn't the peak of its fucking hype. I still got to go and have a great time. I used to always go around Memorial Day weekend, and Memorial Day weekend's kind of like a lukewarm day. But I never went on Super Bowl or Halloween, and I always enjoyed it for what it was. And I'm so glad that I got to go, and because they took away a big part of what I like. Not having the quad, like I know that would, but for me, that was a huge portion of the trip. Riding around on the quad was 40% of the trip for me. 33%, my favorite word, 33%. 33% of the trip was spending my day just rolling around on the quad. Again, granted, I would guess I would be a hypocrite if I didn't get up here and say that I was probably part of the, I didn't always do the right things on the quad. Shit. I mean, I've driven the quad drunk. I've driven the quad drinking. You know what I mean? I've had my beer fucking on the quad. You know what I mean? So I mean, I get it. I mean, I never did no reckless shit like driving around crazy speed and doing all that dumb shit, because I never wanted to crash my shit. But I wasn't the upstanding citizen with the helmet on and not drinking. So I mean, I get, not everybody's gonna do it like how I did it. Who was, we were calm and cool about it. You know what I mean? I know some people were out there being reckless, flying up and down the streets, crashing in the cars, weaving in and out of traffic. But I'm not gonna get up and be a hypocrite and not say that I didn't do some dumb shit that could have cost me on the quad. I definitely liked it to have my fun, but you know, I think taking that away, targeted a large group of people, taking away the nightlife atmosphere of the Sioux, definitely targeted. It definitely it took away from its specialness of it. That's what I would say. The Sioux was so special. Why I liked the Sioux so much and why I would have continued. If the Sioux would have stayed the same, I would have definitely been once a year type of guy for sure. It would have definitely flew into my once a year. You know what I mean? 2020, this past run got destroyed because I went to Thailand for fucking 17 days. So usually I would have taken about 3 or 4 more trips by now. But going to Thailand for 17 days kind of, took back some time from me. I had to, I'm just now finished paying off all those debts. But so it would have been a one time a year for me, man. Like I wouldn't say nostalgia, because it wasn't a nostalgic feel. Just how can I say it, man? The Sioux gave you like a Cartagena and all these other destinations. They're great destinations, but the Sioux kind of felt like, man, it just felt like a own special little world for us. You know what I mean? Like it felt like the one place that catered to the black man. And it was so easy to just maneuver around there. Everything was catered to our likings. All the food was catered to our taste buds. All the women were catered to our personalities. You know what I mean? Spicy, but still sweet and beautiful. It's the whole atmosphere about it. You could smoke freely out there, as long as you were cool about it and didn't like smoke right in front of the police officer's face. You were cool to do all of that. The beach was nice and calm. There wasn't too much pestering on the beach. Yeah, the people tried to get you to come into their restaurants, but that would be it. Come into their stores. It wasn't like Cartagena where they're bugging you all day. The food was reasonable. Wasn't like Boca Chica Beach. I just went to Boca Chica Beach. They will fucking scam you to death out there. And listen, I dodged a lot of them, but they got me. They got me in Boca Chica. Just being free. Just being free and letting my guard special, and man, thing I can say about the Sioux was, man, it just the way you could build your day was, it was like you could party and you could have the pressure, you could not have the pressure to party. And what I mean by that, right? Cartagena pressures you to party. Like you almost don't want to go to Cartagena and not party. You don't want to really go to Cartagena. And I never get the feel to go to Cartagena and relax. Like soon as I get there, that air hit me. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's fucking party, man. Let's get the music going. Let's get the beer and the alcohol flowing. Let's get partying. Let's get going. Let's go to Cholome. Let's go to Hollywood Beach. Let's go to Delirium. Let's go to the Clock Tower. Let's go to the boat dock and party on the boats. Like it's just always a party. Whereas the Sioux, it was more like get up in the morning, go to Flips, my routine. Get up in the morning, smoke one, ride my quad to Flips, sit at Flips, watch Sports Center, eat breakfast, shoot shit with Flip. You know what I mean? If it's if I go during football season, all right, I watch Sports Center for a little while, leave, go do my thing, whatever my morning route, my morning exercise, you know what I mean? Boom, then go to the beach, go sit on the beach, drink some marijuana, chill, drink some Presidente, listen to music, have lunch, whether it's go back to Flips and have lunch or eat lunch on the beach. Boom. Then if it's a football day, Saturday or Sunday, go back to Flips, watch football, eat some wings, chill, drink, boom, go back. You just built a morning routine, an afternoon routine, an evening routine that was just, it was special, man. It was cool. I enjoyed the Sioux for that. I definitely enjoyed the Sioux for just the laid back, energy that it gave you. And it just really felt like you was like, I don't know, like a world that was watch center, eat chicken wings, watch big booties bounce around like, come in. So yeah, it was special for that, man. It was special for um those reasons. But he threw my train of thought off. But yeah, man, nobody wants to see the Sioux go away. I definitely don't want to see the Sioux go away because the Sioux going away isn't a good thing for other destinations. It isn't a good thing for hold up. Let me switch over. It's not a good thing for any other destination that we like to go to because other places like to follow suit. You know what I mean? They like to see what's going on and follow suit. So, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be a good thing for it wouldn't be a good thing for the grab my bag. It wouldn't be a good thing to see the suit go away. You know what I mean? Like it just only affects everywhere else. So you know what I'm saying? I never wish for the Sioux to go away. I just always said that if there was one destination that could potentially complete it, it would be Sasua because of how small it is and how intricate the whole area is. It wouldn't take long. Like Cartagena it was much harder for them to do what they do in Cartagena, but that wasn't their goal. Their ultimate goal was to clean up the clock tower. Like they didn't give a fuck about nothing else. They just was like, yo, we got to clean up the fucking clock tower. You know what I mean? In Medellin, the same thing. Like, yo, we got to put a presence of authority here because y'all motherfuckers is dropping motherfuckers left and right. Like, whereas the Sioux was the first one where it was like a real full-fledged operation to attack, what it is that we like to do. So, it it's not something that we want to see. I can promise you that it's not something that we want to see. Going forward, we definitely don't want to see, Sasua lose its completely get shut down and not be a place on the map. You know what I'm saying? One, because that's gonna open you motherfuckers up to start going to other places. And I don't want you niggas following me. I don't want you niggas following me. You know what I mean? I don't found some new destinations that I like, and y'all just, y'all stay away from them. Nah, I'm just playing. This is all jokes, man. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's a lot of people that are pissed off about, the energy of what's going on in Kenya. Like, nobody wants to talk about it because, obviously everybody just wants to jump aboard and turn a blind eye. And it's like, niggas don't even see what's going on in Kenya. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, they really taking a stance. Like, they really taking a stance out there, man. They running niggas up out of there and they preventing other niggas from coming there. You know what I mean? So they making it hard for motherfuckers to travel there. And that's just, it sucks because, uh, I do know people that like. Oh yeah, you good. Thank you. No problem, brother. I know there's people that do like those destinations, and it's, it just, it sucks that motherfuckers coming before you fuck up a destination before you get to go or before you get to go back, or you know what I mean? Like that I think that's a bad look in the space that nobody talks about or no one holds anybody accountable for, setting a precedent. You know what I mean? One person can fuck it up, unfortunately, because I don't know if you don't, maybe you're not, I know this YouTube shit clouds a lot of people's perspectives of what really goes on in life, or how niggas really move in life. But I really travel all around the US and all around the world, and I interact with people every day, man. I got I had a meeting on Friday with two guys, one from, who was this guy from Madrid, and then this guy was from Punjab, India. And I interact with these people, man, and the unfortunately, and I interact with people around the world. Unfortunately, we're one of the only ones that get held for all of us, like all African American men get held accountable for all African American men. You know what I'm saying? They basket us all in this in a in the same basket. Unfortunately, if they see one do it, they think we all do it. If one person acts like that, they kind of think we all act like that. Now, there's some gray area in there. There's some breathing room, but for the most part, that's just how it is. And you can see from the ramifications of coming out of that country what a lot of people aren't. People aren't going. People can't go. People getting kicked out of that country. People are afraid to be there, and it's all because of the actions of a couple individuals. And it's like, man, that shit is fucked up because you see what's going on in these places like Sasua and Medellin, where they're cracking down and they're making it harder for motherfuckers. And it's like, dude, you know what I mean? You just, I get it. You went there and you got to enjoy it, but shit, can I enjoy it? Can I go there? You know what I'm saying? Can I get a piece of it? You know what I mean? Can we keep this going? You know what I'm saying? What about us that I know you niggas ain't worried about retiring, but what about us that are worried about retiring? Some of us are more closer to retirement than our peers. And we understand that they don't think about that. That's not in their process of thought because these niggas is just living day by day. And they're going to look back and realize, shit, I'm 52 years old. And what? Whereas I'm not thinking about it like that. And we want to be able to still go to these places, and we are going to still go to these places. We carving out destinations around these places. You know what I mean? I hope they notice that we starting to go to the places around these destinations. Like, oh, well, we didn't go right the same. We went over here, and we're not going right to Medellin. We might go over here. We might not go right to Cartagena. We might go over here. You know what I'm saying? But we might be close enough to it. We're looking for the sources now. We like, all right, fuck going to where it's being dispensed at. Nigga, where's the pipeline start at? You know what I'm saying? And part of that is just to deter us from the negative energy that a lot of these weirdo niggas is presenting out into the space, man. You know what I mean? I laugh at these niggas, man. I laugh at them daily because a lot of times I don't really, this is YouTube. This is the travel space. I don't ever really present myself, because that's not what it's not what it's about. In this field, we're all even. And that's what I love about this is that in this field, in this world, we're all even, or I might not even be even in this playing field. I'm a little guy and I like being that. I like being just a guy. But if we pull out of this world and go into the fucking real world, and half these niggas couldn't even tie my bootstraps up. Like for real. Like half these niggas couldn't even tie my bootstraps up. And sometimes I forget that and I just be like, I let the fact that a nigga might got a little bit of a following and be like, and sometimes after I see how niggas move or see how niggas think, I'll be like, oh shit, I keep forgetting this is like a Sims player, this is like a Sims character world, or this is like the metaverse. This isn't real, Globe. Your real name isn't Globe, nigga. Like, oh yeah, okay. Why the fuck would I be, arguing with a nigga like that? Like, oh, fucking argue with no nigga that couldn't tie my bootstraps for $7 an hour. Like the nigga would fail like that. If the nigga's only job was to tie my, it just sucks that people are given this power to represent us, and they choose to represent us in that way, and whatever. It is what it is. Like we already get stigmatism enough for this, way we like to travel. You know what I'm saying? We get that stigmatism from everybody. No one thinks the way we travel is cool. Like most people don't think it's cool. Most people think it's like, oh, you're disgusting. You, if we did a, you know what I mean? So we get a stigmatism already for that, and then motherfuckers want to, do just go around and do. Say this, man. Just make sure you go enjoy these places that you want to go to. Don't wait. Go as soon as you possibly can and financially able to go, or time wise you're able to go. Just go ahead and go, because one, you don't know what the political landscape's going to be like. Two, you don't know what fuck nigga gonna go and ruin it for you, or make it a give it a bad rap or a bad look. um you don't know what the requirements are going to be like. You don't know if they're going to put changes on it just because everything that's going on. They could make it harder for you to get in, require all this different shit. You know what I mean? We're lucky that we don't have to do what everyone else has to do to get here. Like, motherfucker can't just get on a plane and come to America. Motherfuckers got jumped through hoops. You know what I mean? Motherfucker got jumped through a lot of hoops, expensive hoops. You know what I mean? And sometimes just to get denied. So it's don't take it for granted, man. And the way the political landscape is changing, our passport is losing, more and tougher to get into these countries. You know what I mean? Still one of the most valuable passports in the land, but it's losing its steam every year. And every year these places are changing, man. Cartagena isn't the same when I first started traveling. You know what I mean? The Sosua is definitely not the same when I first started traveling. Medellin is different, but not as much different. You know what I mean? Like it's still similar. So a lot of these places aren't the same, man. A lot of these places aren't the same. A lot of these places aren't the way we remember them to be. You know what I mean? And who knows what a year or so from now is going to be like, if the political landscape is still going to be the same in that country as is the places that that you've heard about or you went to still going to be a it was like when Space and Delirium was inside the clock tower, man. What it was like to be outside of KFC at 2 a.m. That was a vibe in itself, man. That was just a great time in itself, man. And I hate that certain people never get to experience that. Like, I hate that motherfuckers aren't going to get to experience Sosua at 9, 10 o'clock at night outside of Roombas and Mag Bar and fucking Tiki Wiki and that whole strip. What it's like, fucking the back alleys and the back cuts. A lot of times I found a lot of my fun on the back cuts, on the back streets, walking around the main streets. Like, I caught my joints, walking down that backside of Bailey's, walking down that backside of Hispaniola, cutting through those side streets and things like that. Like, I used to find some of my most epic nights in this shit. Um, so I hate that people aren't going to get to experience that, man. They're not going to get to experience that aspect of it. Shit, I heard Habanos in Panama is closed. Like, even places like that, like that was the shit. I had a great time there. So even though these places have newer options and new ways to do things, like, man, Sosua without Pedro Clasante, whew, man. Listen, Cartagena without the clock tower. Listen, the clock tower is still. It's like Vince Carter in the last 5 years of his career. He's still playing. he can still dunk. It just it ain't the Vince Carter that you're used to in year 21, LeBron. he's still LeBron, but you know what I mean. It ain't year 8 LeBron. It ain't year 9 LeBron. You know, so you know, I just I say that to say this, man. Make sure you get to these places. Make sure you check out these destinations, and don't wait. Don't wait. You know what I mean? Don't wait. I say that, and I'm keep pushing Brazil off. I should have been done Brazil a long time ago. I've pushed Brazil off so much. I have an opportunity to go again right now, but I want to go back to Thailand. Like as much as I'm tempted to go to Brazil because my people are all gearing for Brazil. Like that's what I'm hearing. So as I talk to my people, they're all gearing up for Brazil. They're going to Brazil. They're in Brazil, or that's their move. So all their information that they're funneling, all they want to talk about is Brazil, and it distorts my fucking because I plan my trips, but I always leave a little window open for my mind to be changed, and I'm in that window right now. Like I'm in that window. I haven't completely booked my flight to Thailand yet, even though today when I got up and checked, I always check the flights on Monday morning when I get up. Or I'll check them like Sunday night and Monday morning. It's kind of like my window to check to see like, okay, am I going to do it? And the flights are at a really good price, but I haven't fully confirmed my dates with my job yet. Like I haven't like they came to me and was like, listen, with this new position, we don't think it'd be smart for you to take off 2 weeks the first of the year because we know that I'm going to take off again at the first of the year. But I'm going to go back to them and offer them this because I haven't signed my contract yet. I'm going to be doing that this week. And part of that signing my contract is going to be negotiating my time off because I'm going to negotiate that into my deal. Like I need my time off. And, I want that to be a part of my deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I negotiate that this week, before I fully take office next Monday is my first full day under control. This is a training week for me. I'm going to negotiate that, and then I'm going to book my flight here shortly to Thailand. I just want to go back, man. It was the best place I've ever been. So yeah, I'm I want to go back. Even though I want to go to Brazil, and even though I'm tempted to go to Brazil, I've heard a lot of good things about Brazil. From the people that have been there, and my guys planning to go. They're doing a lot of research, looking in it, and they're talking to people. Swiping and surfing and shifting and shaking, and it sounds like an amazing time. But I don't think there's nothing that can stop me from going to Thailand, man. Like, I didn't think I would like them Asian girls that much. When I got to Thailand, man, oof, I found a couple of my favorites. There was a couple of favorites that I didn't even get to. Like I got one that I had been working on that finally, like maybe like a couple months ago, finally like got a breakthrough. And now she like, I can't wait till you come back. Like, you know what I mean? And she ain't even one of them. You know what I mean? I met her moving around. She was from Bangkok. was in Pattaya on like a little girls trip outside the club one night. And I thought, yo, she was bad, man. And she was like, I'm on 10. And she was ended up, it was her last night. So we didn't get to talk as much as I would have wanted to. And then when I got back, one day she just randomly hit me. And then, you know, we was having a conversation. It took like 2 weeks to get through fucking one conversation. And then finally it just kicked off like about a month ago. She been hitting me damn near like every 2 days we talk. She like, yo, when you come back, I'm coming to see you. I'm like, oh yeah. She was like, yeah, I like watching your statuses, man. The status be getting them. The status works both ways. Yeah, the status be working both ways now. Status be sucking me in. And I've took whole trips off of statuses. Like I remember one time I was so stressed out. I went, it was probably about a year or two ago. I was stressed the fuck out, bro. Life, kids, work. It was like a Wednesday evening. I went to my car, smoked me one. I was going through my status, and at that time it was all Cartagena, Sosua, Medellin. It hadn't really expanded. So that's probably why it was about 2 years ago, because it hadn't gotten any Panama or Costa Rican or a lot of DR in it. It was really just Sosua, Cartagena, Medellin girls. And I remember, man, being so stressed out, going through my status and seeing like 3 of my favorite Cartagena joints and going on Expedia. Motherfucking flight was like 700. I booked it. Pow. Airbnb was like 4 for the weekend. I booked it. Bomb. And just took y'all boys have a great time, man. It's gonna be amazing. Y'all boys are gonna have an amazing time in my first time. Oh man, brother, you're gonna go crazy, bro. You are going to go crazy. Yeah, you are going to go crazy, my guy. Happy for y'all because y'all don't even understand what's about to like. You don't have the time of your life. You are going to have that place has. Man to man shit, like bro, everybody got fetishes. I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. I'm talking about them fetishes that you do in the dark, nigga. Everybody got something that they like. They got it. So, they, looked good when I had looked in, but I can't see the left side. But I'll call with all the wind blowing and shit. Yeah, let me get. Let me get Yeah. Let me call down there and get somebody on it with him. I called this morning. My focus this morning was the rail. Make sure that was in good position. Oh, it was good. Good weekend. Just got everything done around the house. And then got in here first thing this morning. Everything here is running good. We had a little bit of an issue on C9. I think it was C9 belt, the garbage belt that takes from the optic, but we took care of it. But I'll call down there and try to help them out. All right, I got you. All right. My bad, guys. My bad. I'm running multiple operations right now. So yeah, bro, 3 weeks, man, amazing, bro. That's more than enough time. That is more than enough time. You are going to, I didn't mean to cut off our conversation, but you're going to have a great time out there in those 3 weeks, man. That's more than enough time, bro. Man, listen, just immerse yourself. You got 3 weeks, man. So listen, a couple tips I can give y'all. Go to Soy 6. I will say this: if you're a heavy drinker, if you like to drink beer, you like to drink, pregame a little bit, right? Pregame a little bit before you go to Soy 6, so it's not your first couple drinks. You don't want your first. So I learned that, man, maybe hit a couple of them sidebars where the drinks are like 80 baht, 60 baht. You can find them for like 100 baht. I was fine. I had me a little spot to fuck. So it was right up from my condo. I stayed at the base. So I would leave the base, walk, go right around the corner, walk, or jump on a moto, depending on how I was feeling. Most of the time I would just walk around the corner, down the back alley, right to Soy Bucal. There's plenty of girls, plenty of beer bars. Have me go in there, flirt with a couple of them, drink me a couple beers, and you're not pressured to buy them drinks there. And then I would go to Soy 6 and enjoy the whole Soy 6 environment, because you can run up a tab in there, man. You could definitely run up a tab in there. And it's not necessary. You don't necessarily need to. You could go in there, walk up and down there, find you one you like. Once you find the one you like, go in there, maybe have a drink or two with her, feel her out. If you're really starting to like her, maybe buy her another drink or so. Spend a little bit on her, get her guard down, get the mama san guard down, get everyone guard down and understand that, all right, I'm liking her. And then you can really negotiate a lot better on crack her somewhere else. This site real quick. It's an app for city manufacturing. So what are you waiting for? Download the app. So yeah, I always say, if you go to Soy 6, just get yourself a couple beer start. Gil, what's up, my brother? The game is to get her out of there, out of the bar, for as cheap as possible to the bar to pay the bar. because whatever you pay to spend that much money on drinks, not spend that much money on the bar fine, but also not lose the one that you like. Now, here, this is why I say you got to understand the whole way it works. The earlier it is, the more the bar fine, right? The earlier it is, the more expensive more money she's going to want because she doesn't want to lose her drink minimums because they got a certain amount of drinks quotas that they have to buy per month. And whatever she doesn't buy in drinks, if she ends up leaving every day early, that's cutting into her drink quota. That's more money that she's going to have to spend at the end of the month. So that's more money out of her money that she's getting to dip out with people. So you need to get in there at the right time where she's not already booked up or been ran through or gone. And you need to get in there before, at a time that she feels comfortable. Like, all right, I've had my drink quota. I'm good. He's bought me a couple drinks. All right. Power just went out. You're
I just got locked down on power, so they got locked out. They locked in a power. I threw me out for power.
I know. I got to go check. I bet you the sort went off too. Sorry, man. The power went out. We're dealing with a huge fucking storm out this motherfucker. Power went out. Everything. Is the store still running? Hold up, y'all. Power outage. Yo. Hey, be careful, man. I wouldn't go that way. Yeah. You lost power in there? I'm getting on it.
Anyway,
All right, I'm about to get on top of it. Well, you know what to do. Hand right.
scale ain't even on.
Oh, the scale is off too. Oh shit.
I told them we had to get ready. The scale is on. Everything's
Oh
on.
shit. All right, give me a minute. Just freeze everybody for a minute. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody rocking with me this morning, man. I was love chopping it up with y'all, but I got to go. We ain't got no fucking power, so I'm gonna catch up with y'all a little later, man. I will be able to do more morning lives now that I'm back here, so I'll chop it up with y'all in a little while. I got to go handle this. I do appreciate y'all. As always, man, real travel, real life, real talk. It's your boy Globe. Thank y'all for kicking it with me this morning. I gotta go deal with this, man. Real life problems, man. We ain't got no fucking power. It's a northeastern. I'll see y'all, man. Safe travels if you're traveling this week or next week and I don't go back live again. Safe travels. And I'll catch up with y'all later on. Peace.